Hello everyone, welcome to Weekly Current Affair Quiz. Let's start today's quiz. First question is, what makes Simbex the longest continuous naval exercise for India? It involves the largest number of naval assets. It focuses exclusively on anti-submarine warfare. It has been held annually since 1994, or it takes place in various locations across the Indian Ocean. The correct answer is option C. It has been held annually since 1994. Simbex is the longest continuous naval exercise for India because it has been held annually between the Indian Navy and the Republic of Singapore Navy since 1994. Next question is, what is the duration of the WFME recognition status granted to the National Medical Commission of India? 5 years, 10 years, 15 years or 20 years? The correct answer is option B, 10 years. The National Medical Commission or NMC India has achieved the remarkable feat of being granted the coveted World Federation for Medical Education or WFME recognition status for a remarkable tenure of 10 years. This recognition is a testament to NMC's unwavering commitment to the highest standards in medical education and accreditation. Next question is, which region of India is known for the recent discovery of vanadium in sediment samples? Rajasthan, Kerala, Gujarat or Arunachal Pradesh? The correct answer is option C, Gujarat. Vanadium, a valuable and scarce metal with various industrial applications, has been found in sediment samples collected from the Gulf of Khambat in Gujarat. This discovery is significant as vanadium can enhance the resilience of steel and titanium and is crucial for vanadium redox batteries, a technology with promising applications in energy storage. Next question is, Deen Dayal Upadhyay is often referred to as the Pandit of his ideology. What is this ideology called? Hindutva, secularism, integral humanism or Marxism? The correct answer is option C, integral humanism. Pandit Deen Dayal Upadhyay was a man of simple living, high thinking and strong determination. His philosophy of integral humanism, that is Ekatma Manavvad, underlined the need for India adopting an indigenous economic model which is inclusive and empowering masses in a wholesome manner. Next question is, what is the name of the newly discovered marine fish species in West Bengal, India? Pterygotrygala hemisticta, Pterygotrygala intermedica, Tryglidae intermedia or Gopalpurensis marinus? The correct answer is option B, Pterygotrygala intermedica. Scientists from the Zoological Survey of India has recently identified a new species of deep water marine fish in Digha Mohana, West Bengal. The fish named Pterygotrygala intermedica belongs to the Tryglidae family and is commonly known as gurnards or sea robins. It is the fourth species of the Pterygotrygala genus found in India and adds to the 178 known species in the Tryglidae family worldwide. Next question is, what was the theme of World Pharmacist Day 2023? Pharmacist, your health our priority, medications for a better world, pharmacy strengthening health systems or pharmacist caring for you? The correct answer is option C, pharmacy strengthening health systems. Pharmacist Day is celebrated every year to respect the medical experts who make sure that the prescriptions given to patients are proper and safe and guide them to take the medicine in proper dosage. This year's theme for the World Pharmacist Day 2023 was Pharmacy Strengthening Health Systems. Next question is, according to the status of tigers, co-predators and prey in India 2022 report mentioned in the news recently, which state has the second highest tiger population in India? Karnataka, Uttarakhand, Madhya Pradesh or Rajasthan? The correct answer is option A, Karnataka. Madhya Pradesh, which is home to the most number of tigers in the country, has got a new protected area for the big cats named Virangana Durgavati Tiger Reserve, the 7th in the state. As per the report, status of tigers, co-predators and prey in India 2022 released by the National Tiger Conservation Authority and Wildlife Institute of India in July this year, MP with 785 has the highest number of tigers in the country, followed by Karnataka with 563 and Uttarakhand with 560. Next question is, what is the primary purpose of Arogya Manthan 2023? Celebrating India's Independence Day, discussing challenges and best practices of ABPMJAY and ABDM, promoting digital literacy or honoring healthcare professionals? The correct answer is option B, discussing challenges and best practices of ABPMJAY and ABDM. The National Health Authority under the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare is hosting Arogya Manthan 2023 to commemorate 5 years of the Ayushman Bharat Pradhan Mantri Jan Arogya Yojana or ABPMJAY and 2 years of the Ayushman Bharat Digital Mission, that is ABDM. The two-day event held on September 25th and 26th, 2023 at Vigyan Bhavan featured discussions and deliberations on challenges, trends, and best practices related to these healthcare schemes. Next question is, which countries are part of the I2U2 grouping mentioned in the news recently? India, Italy, United Arab Emirates, United Kingdom. India, Israel, UAE and United States. India, Iran, UAE and US. Or India, Indonesia, UAE, US. The correct answer is option B, India, Israel, UAE and US. The I2U2 grouping comprised of India, Israel, the UAE and the US has announced a new joint space venture during the United Nations General Assembly in New York. This venture aims to utilize space-based observation data and capabilities to create a unique tool for addressing environmental and climate change challenges. Next question is, recently who was honored with the Dada Saheb Phalke Lifetime Achievement Award this year? Anurag Thakur, Asha Parekh, Wahida Rahman or Rajnikant? The correct answer is option C, Wahida Rahman. Renowned veteran actor Wahida Rahman is set to receive the prestigious Dada Saheb Phalke Lifetime Achievement Award, India's top cinema honor. This honor continues a tradition of recognizing outstanding contributions to Indian cinema, with previous recipients including Asha Parekh, Rajnikant, Amitabh Bachchan and others. Next question is, how does geospatial intelligence contribute to national security as mentioned in the news recently? By tracking climate change trends, by providing real-time weather updates, by monitoring enemy movements and potential threats, or by assessing urban planning needs? The correct answer is option C, by monitoring enemy movements and potential threats. The summer of 2023 has seen a series of extreme weather events and natural disasters across the United States, but geospatial intelligence has been instrumental in helping authorities and organizations protect communities. Military and intelligence agencies use GeoINT for tasks such as mapping and monitoring enemy movements, identifying potential threats, and planning military operations. Next question is, which of the following publications founded by Raja Ram Mohan Roy was instrumental in spreading his ideas of social reform and education? Samvad Kaumudi, Gitanjali, Hind Swaraj or Young India? The correct answer is option A, Samvad Kaumudi. Raja Ram Mohan Roy was the pioneer of the journalism in India. He was the first to publish journals and newspapers like the Samvad Kaumudi and Miratul Akbar to spread awareness among people and disseminate his ideas on social reform, education and enlightenment. This publication played a significant role in spreading his message. Next question is, how has the CE-20 engine been modified in the upgrade process? To operate at low temperatures, to decrease its overall size and weight, to reduce its thrust capability, or to increase its propellant loading capacity? The correct answer is option D, to increase its propellant loading capacity. The ISRO has successfully completed a crucial hot test for the CE-20 engine, a key component powering the cryogenic upper stage of the LVM-3 vehicle. This test aimed to upgrade the engine to operate at a higher thrust level of 22 tons and increase its propellant loading capacity. Next question is, how many of the following statements are true about World Rabies Day? It was established in 2007. Rabies is primarily transmitted through saliva from infected animals. The main objective of World Rabies Day is to promote pet adoption, or rabies affects only domesticated animals. Options are 1, 2, 3 or all 4. The correct answer is option B, 2. September 28 is World Rabies Day, a global health observance started in 2007 to raise awareness about the world's deadliest infectious disease and bring together partners to enhance prevention and control efforts worldwide. People are usually infected following a deep bite or scratch from an animal with rabies, which is, in 99% of the cases, a dog. Transmission can also occur if saliva of infected animals comes into direct contact with eyes or mouth or fresh skin wounds. Next question is, what is the maximum age limit for eligibility to receive the Shanti Swaroop Bhatnagar Prize? 40 years, 45 years, 50 years or 55 years? The correct answer is option B, 45 years. Recently, the Shanti Swarup Bhatnagar or SSB Prize was presented to eminent scientists on the 82nd CSIR Foundation Day. It is an annual award in India named after Dr. Shanti Swarup Bhatnagar, the founder director of CSIR. The prize aims to honor Indian scientists for their remarkable contributions in science and technology. Any citizen of India engaged in research in any field of science and technology up to the age of 45 years as reckoned on 31st December of the year preceding the year of the prize. Next question is, what milestone did Google celebrate on September 27, 2023? 20th anniversary, 30th anniversary, 25th anniversary or 10th anniversary? The correct answer is option C, 25th anniversary. On September 27, Google celebrated its 25th birthday by showcasing a nostalgic doodle featuring different logos from its two-decade history. In a recent blog post, Google expressed its commitment to the future while also reflecting on its journey. Sergey Brin and Larry Page, doctoral students who met at Stanford University in the late 90s, shared a vision to enhance the accessibility of the World Wide Web. Next question is, which organization is responsible for promoting and coordinating basic, applied and other research in areas related to the pharmaceutical sector in India? Niti Aayog, Department of Pharmaceuticals, Indian Council of Medical Research or Department of Science and Technology? The correct answer is option B, Department of Pharmaceuticals. The Indian government has launched a comprehensive initiative aimed at transforming the pharmaceutical and medical technology sectors in India. The Department of Pharmaceuticals in India is responsible for promoting and coordinating research in pharmaceutical-related areas. Next question is, which research project coordinated the study on PET46? Plasticea, Kiel Marine Science, Geomar Helmholtz Center or Molecular Biology of Microorganisms? The correct answer is option A, Plasticea. Recently, researchers conducted a groundbreaking study on the degradation of polyethylene terephthalate, that is PET plastic commonly used in bottles, by deep sea microorganisms. Their findings reveal a novel PET degrading enzyme named PET46 found in deep sea archaea. The research was conducted as part of the Plasticea project. Next question is, which types of insurance coverage will be offered by Bima Vistaar, the new insurance product? Health and automobile insurance only, life and property insurance only, comprehensive coverage for life, health and property, or business and travel insurance only? The correct answer is option C, comprehensive coverage for life, health and property. The Insurance Regulatory and Development Authority of India is close to launching a groundbreaking insurance product called Bima Vistaar, which aims to provide affordable coverage for life, health and property. This initiative is part of IRDAI's vision to extend insurance coverage to all Indians by 2047. Last question is, what is the theme of the Swachhata Hi Seva campaign 2023 in which the Ministry of Ayush is actively participating? Clean India Revolution, Garbage Free India, Green India Initiative or Swachh Bharat Abhiyan? The correct answer is option B, Garbage Free India. The Ministry of Ayush is actively involved in the Ek Tareekh Ek Ghanta Ek Saath initiative as part of the Swachhata Hi Seva campaign on October 1st, 2023. The theme for Swachhata Hi Seva campaign 2023 is Garbage Free India and is part of the broader special campaign for disposal of pending matters 3.0. So that's all for today. Stay tuned for the next episode. Thanks for watching.